Hello. Welcome. Hey, Noodles. Hey, what's up? We're back. It is New Game Wednesday. Been a while since we had a new game. We're playing Sunless Skies. Petey, Sunless Skies. What is this game? Why are we playing it? Listen. Sunless Skies is, I don't know actually, I played Sunless Seas a lot, so this Studio Fail Better game has made a number of games that I really liked over the years in the setting of Fallen London, which is like a spooky underground, feels like a kind of a 19th century London. I played their MMO that I can't remember the name of, years back. Played Sunless Seas, liked it a lot, thought about playing it on this channel, except it's just kind of slow-paced. Heard that Sunless Skies is a little faster paced to the sequel, so we'll try it out. If it's anything like I remember Sunless Seas being, excuse me, we'll sail around, or fly around, I guess, in a flying train, and read a lot of text. Let's do it. That sounds like an endorsement, right? Let's get into it. Reading. This will be a lot of reading. Begin a new game. If you die, you can only continue with a new captain. Or, if you die, you can reload or continue with... let's do a legacy campaign. Oh my god. Aiming assistance, none. Enemy projectile speed, standard. Supply consumption, standard. Fine. Seems good. Hopefully the audio's okay. I've got a new microphone. I set it up last night, so... hoping it's all gonna sound okay. Log of Her Majesty's Locomotive the Orphean, March 14th, 1905, Pi Day. Our expedition to the domains of the dead has been eventful. The Orphean is damaged and in grievous need of repairs and supplies. We are returning, in haste, to the Reach, where I hope to make port at New Winchester. May God be with us, for 1,000 deaths wait in the sky. Final entry of Captain Amelia Charity Whitlock, DCM, written shortly before her death. Why in heaven's high power is the stream 720s P60? I actually can answer that. That is the most common setting on Steam. On Twitch. If you go higher than 720p, you start to limit who can watch the stream. So, unless your problem is for some reason with 60 FPS. I guess 720p 30 is the most common, I believe. We put it to 60 when we were playing either DMC or Fury. I can't remember. I'm already filtered right now? What do you mean by filtered? We were playing some fast game and I just left it at 60 FPS. I think is fine. I'm normally watching 360. Oh, I see. Well, welcome. You can watch it in 720, I guess. So is 720 too high? Is that the feedback? For this game, we might not need it. Okay, thrust, brake, turn left, turn right. So here's our train, or our locomotive, I guess. It's not really a train if it doesn't have cars. You have returned to the Reach, an untamed, sunless span of the heavens, London's new frontier, a celestial garden run wild. For me, third world poo Wi-Fi, yeah. Oh, okay. We had somebody on stream a while back asking why I didn't stream at a higher resolution also. So I thought that's maybe what you meant. But yeah. Blue Kingdom Transit Relay. Okay, good. I have no idea what we're doing here. Except, so I played Sunless Sea, or Sunless Seas years ago. Probably in like 2017 maybe? Ban that maniac! It's fine. It's fine. It's one of those things. I think that was when we were playing... I can't remember what it was. It was some game with, like, particularly good graphics. Oh, maybe it was when we were playing Anthem, and they were like, why are you doing Anthem at 720p? I can't remember. Dodge left or right. Oh, my train can, like, strafe. I'm not used to seeing the clean pores on your face. Oh, good. Yeah, actually... being at a higher resolution, it's not actually being at a higher resolution. When we go to the camera where my head is really big, I feel self-conscious about it a little bit. I'm like, I don't want people to see my skin in that much detail. Okay, so I guess we're training along. Later, I think we'll get like a crew and like go on quests and stuff. As first officer, the crew looks to you. The nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get the Orphean there safely? Toggle cruise control. Well, that helps. Don't hit the things. Oh, or do hit the things. Just kidding. Press R to scavenge the things. The Ozymandias. Much to the relief of your stokers, you find a barrel of fuel among the detritus. Right, so we've got our fuel. Is this food? Supplies. Okay. Hull. Hold. Crew. Okay, we've got 8 people on board. Is this game in early access? I will get it. I think that it is not. I think it's been released. They also have, if you like this setting in particular, you might check out, I think that they're... Let's actually go to Edge real quick. I think that they have an MMO, I think it's still going, that you can play for free, that's in the same setting, but it's like a web MMO, like, I don't know, like what? Like, West of Dead or something. No, this game has been fully released for a while now. Hey, Alfred, welcome. Let's actually just go to our favorite browser real quick, and just check this. Oh, are we getting a big artifact on the side of the screen? Only in this view. Why is this? Let me just... It's fine. Sunless Skies was preceded by Sunless Seas and Fallen London before that. Yeah, so I've played Sunless Seas. I think I played Fallen London also. Is that still going? 40 years ago, London was stolen by bats. Yeah, I guess you could still play it. Huh. Well, there you go. So if you're into it, Fallen London. Let's get back to the game. But if I try to do... I just tried to transition into the same scene, which unsurprisingly did not work. Oh, I see. It's because my camera's moved. I guess there's a big artifact right off screen. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Let's play this game. The wreck of the Ozymandias. The wreck hangs in the sky, pocked with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments of waxed canvas lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. 2 of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil did we trespass on the districts of the dead? You silence him. Now's not the time. Leap across the wreck? The gaps, well, I guess we don't have a lot of other choices. The gap between the 2 engines isn't wide, but the endless fathoms of heaven gape beneath it. Let's do it. You jump. Your stomach lurches with vertigo as the stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the running board of the Ozymandias and your leather-gloved hands fumble for a hold. Do you know about the most important keybind in the game? X? No. What does X do? I guess I can check. We just started playing for the first time moments ago. 6 minutes ago. One of your companions throws you a line, and you lash the 2 engines together. Only then do the rest of the boarding party follow you. One of them forces open an exterior hatch, and you clamber inside. Her interior, her being the Ozymandias, is cold, unlit, and whistles with wind. Your party's lamps spread buttery light over the narrow, paneled passages. You make your way toward the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. Okay, so we can clear the obstruction away, which is going to be... Iron Will gives me... Or my iron gives you a 75% chance of success. Or we can do Veils, which is lead your party on a more precarious path. Nothing says dystopia more than trashy techno-punk settings with poor worker conditions. Oh, yeah! Let's do it like this. So the passage is blocked. Let's clear it away. This seems like the winning way to go. It's the same. You locate a length of pipe to use as a pry bar and set to work. Do it. Clear. Hey, we done it. AKA Italy for most of its past. I don't know. I mean, is Italy a technopunk setting? I guess so. As you strain against the stubborn steel, you remember an event from a year ago. A boiler explosion had trapped an engineer under a tangle of planting and pipework. The captain, by the way, if the text is too small, we can make it bigger, I think. I think it's on medium size right now. The captain was first on the scene, you were second. Together you managed to pry the wreckage upwards enough for you to crawl beneath it while the captain braced the bar across her back. By all means, take your time, she grunted as you dragged the engineer out. Back in the present, the twisted bulkhead yields. Your companions clear the exposed rubble away. The way is clear. Cool, so I harkened back. It's like a Slumdog Millionaire moment. We remembered back to a different time we pried something, and it helped us pry here. You have reached the Ozymandias' hold, a ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. Hopefully, somewhere amidst the detritus, you can find parts to repair the Orpheon and restock your stores. Let's conduct a thorough search. You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies, and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs to the Orpheon. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse in the skies. "Oh-ho!" cries one of your parties, prying the lid off a long crate. It holds a cannon still nestled in straw. Another crewman pulls a battered bird cage from a pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furred opens a sullen eye. You examine your finds. Okay, we found 4 supplies, 15 hull. It sounded like we also found a cannon, but is that next? No, maybe not. The Ozymandias emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment, a gun that could be mounted on your locomotive, and an educated bat. Okay, you found a bird? I guess it's a bat. So we can either... we can do both. It says you can claim both. So we got the Jerusalem cannon, which we can put on the Orpheon. So let's do that. The Cotterell and Hathersage Jerusalem fires single shells to a good range, more or less accurately. Don't eat it. Oh no, you don't think so? You order 2 of the party to get it back to your vessel and fill it immediately. The Ozymandias groans again. The structure shudders spasmodically. So we got the Jerusalem, and give me the bat. Liberate a diffident bat and employ it as a scout. Do it. The bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay. You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it on the Ozymandias, at which point it becomes more polite. You doubt it will last. Okay, so we have a sassy bat on board. I'm excited about this development. Can we name the bat? The Ozymandias emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment. Oh, we already saw this. Okay, press on to the engine room. Already read this. Boom! The wreck of the Ozymandias screeches as its metal buckles and tears. Oh, not like a metal buckle. The metal is buckling. Is the frame rate low on the camera? It seems like it's cutting it out. It's fine. You press on through the shuddering corridors, searching frantically for the engine room. So we could send a smaller party ahead to retrieve fuel, or go myself and conduct a hasty search. Hearts is 50%. I trust they'll both be 50%. And if I'm a betting man, I would guess that this is doomed to fail as part of the tutorial to tell us this is what might happen when you fail something. Let's see. I would never put myself in danger when I could put other people in danger instead. Send a smaller party ahead to retrieve the fuel. No! Failure! Who could have predicted this? No one is keen to go on alone. In the end, you have to rely on drawing lots. The 2 members of the party with the shortest straws pale and make their cautious way towards the engine room. The rest of you return to the Orpheon and await their return. And wait. And wait. Too late. With a dying groan, the Ozymandias buckles and splits in half, the 2 ends spiraling in different directions into the sky. The 2 crew that were still aboard are lost. Solemnly, you stoke your engines and steam away, restocked and rearmed, but fewer. We've lost 2 crew, and another crew member lost. So now we're 6 people. Okay, what does X do? I'm interested now. The most important key binding, X. Ah, that is important. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Why not go after the parts? I think the ship broke. You're on a bloody ship. I think it fell out of the sky, although they still show it here. Press F to send out your scout. Cost supplies. Where did he go? He's back. Your scout has discovered something. To see what it is, open your chart. Disable advice, hide advice. Those feel similar, but I think hide advice is the one we want. How do I see my chart? C is for chart. Nope. Nope. Options. Controls. Chart, please. Open chart is tab. Okay. The game didn't have a whistle when it was released. They got so many requests for when it got its own update. That's awesome. I mean, if you have a train, you gotta have a train whistle. Okay, so there's something of interest over here. So we'll take the right-hand passage and go up and check this out. I accidentally released the bat again. It was an accident. Oh! The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curios from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. I guess the locomotive's doctor attends her. His lips are tight. Or, okay, let's approach the bedside. Let's not pry. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fires that dance on her tongue. Her hand grips your arm. Her skin is hot as a kettle. Made arrangements. The Orphean will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burned meat breath. Burned meat breath? She got Rona already. Already killed the bat. Oh no! I think this game predates the coronavirus. But promise, she breaks off to scream a word in a language that was not made for human mouths. When she resumes speaking English, she is weaker, her request little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise. Pull away. What if her condition is contagious? No, let's see. Should we just promise? Let's say, no, this is the classic thing, right? In a movie, they're like, promise me you'll do one thing, I'm dying. And you go, no, you're going to make it, you're not dying, I'm not going to promise you any. We're going to do that. We're going to lie to her and tell her she's going to make it. She grimaces, and the doctor eases her back into the scorched pillows. He tries to get a spoonful of laudanum between her blackened lips, but she screams fire, and the two of you must spring back. So she's like breathing fire, literally. You'd better go, the doctor orders. He clearly has no idea what to do. All right, well, we didn't... Owing dead people is not a good start. Yeah, we don't owe her anything. We don't owe you anything. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge. Okay, we know this. Take your leave. Great. Onwards. You leave the cabin and the scorched stink of its air behind and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you'd like, and the captain hasn't long left. The bat's back. Now, this is not actually somewhere I can go, right? I gotta go. Oh, my scout found something. No, it's still the same thing. No, it's two things. She probably got alien STDs, mate? Oh my god, could you imagine? So there's our cannon. Oh, we overheated it, I guess. Okay, so we gotta be more judicious with the way we use it. I can do that. Bad person. Be judicious. Also be good at aiming. What have you got? Boom. Yes, this I remember doing a lot of in Sunless Seas. Shoot, get out of there. Get on their tail. Boom! Ah, feels good to own people. The Reach Marauder is defeated. Boom! First win. You prepare to board the buckled... Man, the word buckled has appeared as a verb 3 times already in this game. It's just a little... It's not a word that I would normally use that way, and there's so much buckled stuff in this game. I guess here it's being used as an adjective, but it has been buckled. Anyway, just the thing I'm noticing. You prepare to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. Strip it for repairs? They buckled and shuckled the detritus. Let's raid the remains. Your boarding party returns with wallets and watches, cufflinks, lockets, and keepsakes. You store them in the safe to be pawned when, if, you make it back to port. We have 39 sovereigns. Sovereigns is a cool currency. I'm in favor of sovereigns. Is this the thing? It would seem so. Is this like a casino? Where are we going? This looks like a landing spot. Buckled is a verb, though. Oh, it is totally a verb. I just don't use it very often. I don't know. It's a little bit of an unusual one, no? I don't know how many other times... Like, I think I've heard... Anyway. I think a high percentage of the times that I've heard buckle used as a verb have been in this game in the past 20 minutes. You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Wolvesy Station. It is clogged with other engines, scrappy mining... other engines, colon. You don't buckle your buckle? That's a good point. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking buckle like your legs buckling beneath you, or like metal buckling. But you're right that I'm forgetting about to fasten, to buckle. Man, I just gotta use the word buckle more, clearly. I'm missing out on a huge opportunity. Okay. The station is clogged with other engines, scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, weathered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner have you pulled into the sidings than a brusque station master bustles over. It's like bracing your brace. Right. It's like buttoning your button. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain, he insists, brandishing a ledger. The usual formalities. Look to the Orphean's doctor. Our captain is, internally on fire. The crew exchange bleak, wordless looks. The Orphean itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform him that, unfortunately, Captain Whitlock has just passed. Ah, he says neutrally. Sorry to hear that. Very sad. Very sad. He waits for what he considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority require their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates his pen. It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visit, etc. Shall we begin? Okay, cool. We're going to make our character. Let's do it. Create your captain. Today, London lies between the stars. Her new empire unfolds across the heavens. But 10 years ago, before the Northern Gate was opened, before the renewed Empress led her people into the skies, it lay in a vast cavern far beneath the earth. Deep, dark, marvelous. Who were you then? Was I a street urchin? A soldier? A poet? An academic? Oh, there's more. A priest? I think that could be fun and interesting. A sailor? So, also in Sunless Seas, they don't call it the sea, they call it the Z. And the sailors aren't sailors, they're sailors. And there's a few other things maybe that are Z's instead of S's. So that just means we're sailor. A ministry auditor or a revolutionary? Let's be a priest. Hymns and hymnals, Sundays and sermons. You will begin with high hearts, the skill of convincing and enduring. You were a priest. You preached the word and brought the needs of the world before the church in intercession. But, besides God Almighty, to whom did you answer? A bright-eyed sequencer? What is a sequencer? I don't know. The Bishop of Southwark? Or your parishioners? I like the idea of being like a humble little, like a small-town priest. Let's say the parishioners. Sisyphus had it easy. He never had to contend with Mrs. Quigg. Yeah, the parishioners. Choose an ambition. What does winning mean to you? Wealth, fame, or the truth? What if... I like the idea of being the small-town priest who's like, I'm leaving behind being a priest, I'm becoming a sailor to get rich. We're doing that. That's us. Okay, appearance. A street urchin is likely, just a random for hire. A soldier is also likely a muscle for hire. Oh, I get you, it's just a random for hire, yeah. A poet, unlikely a dreaming fool. An academic, a college grad who landed the worst job. A priest is weird. Yeah, we left the priesthood to become, to seek our fortune. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Which hat is Scream's former priest? Ooh, very important part of the game. Indeed. I think this is our former priest hat. Our hair won't matter as much. Okay, so that means we have to see without the hat first. I'm sure it doesn't matter, because this is just going to be a silhouette, right? But, what does his hair... I want him to have, like... Our character is an alderman. This guy, he's going bald a little bit. That seems limited to an older person. And we'll give him this hat, like an absolute maniac. His brow... I mean, I don't... Oh! I was wrong. Glasses, R-A-S. Nose? Can we get Which one is closest to my nose? So far, this one. Make Nick Cage? Ooh, this is a good idea. Nick Cage has like a movie star nose, right? Okay, so let's get rid of his hat. If he's Nick Cage, people need to see his Nick Cage hair. He's got what, like a widow's peak? And his, like from Con Air? He's really emphasized? I guess the Nick Cagiest hair would be like... This? This is some Nick Cage hair. Make a good actor! Hey, John Beadle, welcome. His chin? It's awkward because his outfit right now has a huge collar, so let's just change that while we're doing this part. Okay, what's a Nick Cagey chin? I think his nose needs to be different, actually. Because his nose is like... I think he has more of like a this nose. Sorry. Now it has to be Nick Cage. Now that it's been suggested. I guess this is kind of Nick Cagey hair. That's not his right... It's not right, though. It's not quite correct. This, to me, is the closest. Although, for some reason, he looks like a little boy when we do this. Oh, he needs a different brow, though. I don't know. That's not really Nick Cage, is it? Give him the old hair was better. I mean, this is like... Yeah. You know what? F it. And now he needs an outfit. Let's have him still wearing his priesty collar. Sent you a pic? Okay, let's see. Let me review. Oh, that is an excellent and useful pic. Yes, okay. I've got a pic of Nick Cage in profile, which is perfect. So he has like no brow, actually. His brow is very not pronounced at all. So we got that totally wrong to begin with. Like that. And then his nose is concave, or is convex, not really concave. Is that how people describe noses? It is unknown. It's too big. Well, I think it's too... Yeah, okay, we'll give him... It really should be this one. This is maybe not the most important thing in the world. The chin is close. This is going to be the better chin. Okay. And actually, let's give him a hat. Go back to the hat? No hat. I'm wrong. Okay. The nose, see, it's fine. Term of address? Okay, so we get to choose our pronouns, basically. I'm wrong. Don't we? At some point, we do, I think. I think we should have them call us brother or reverend. Oh, we'll be reverend. We'll still be the priest out to make his fortune as a sailor. We're the reverend. And the name, oh, what should the reverend's name be? Comrade? Comrade is good. Yeah, oh, this is what it was. Yeah, you could be sir or madam on the old one in Sunless Seas. But then there were also ones that are, totally gender neutral, like captain or comrade. All right, we'll be comrade. We'll be Comrade Mingus. Of course, naturally. Okay, this is Comrade Mingus. He's a former priest of a little, like a parish somewhere. And he left the church behind to become a kick-ass sailor in a space train and become super rich. Boom. So, yeah, we're a priest. Our affiliation was to our parishioners. Our ambition is wealth. Starting stats, there they are. I have no frame of reference. Except, I guess, compared to each other. We have the most heart. Start the game. Boom. The reading of the will. So the captain for those just joining, we were on this boat and the captain passed away. And we're the first officer, so probably we're the captain now. 3 weeks have passed. This morning, Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to a necropolis train bound for the Serene Mausoleum. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives in the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading the will. The captain was wealthy once, but squandered her capital on mysterious expenses before her expedition to the Blue Kingdom. Listen to the end. In a final codicil, word that is new to me, the notary announces, Captain Whitlock confirmed that possession of the Orpheon was to pass to its first officer. He peers at you with dry, gray eyes. This includes a certain black box contained in the Orpheon's hold. Captain Whitlock's final request was that, at a time of your choosing, you transport said box to an address in London. He hands you an address card, and deposit it there. You are not to look inside. She gave no explanation. And that's it. It's a type of reptile. Oh, a codicil? Interesting. So, we've got a new quest, Captain Whitlock's Legacy. You have been bequeathed a large black box, which once belonged to Captain Whitlock, and we've gained 100 sovereigns. The clamoring central station of New Winchester, a place of steam and smut and thundering iron. Here you can find people willing to pay for a skilled captain's services. Nope, just service. Provisioning. Before you leave New Winchester, it may be prudent to buy more supplies. You can buy them at the Victoria Market. Your scout... Oh, we also have a scout. Okay, great. Here you can swap between shops and stories. Let's go... Okay, to the Victoria Market. Have you played Fallen London? I did, years back. I played Fallen London. And I played Sunless Seas in, like, 2017. But this is totally new to me, Sunless Skies. The smoggy, clanking, singing, stamping, thronging, frantic heart of the Reach. Lot of adjectives. An ever-expanding port of soot-smudged glass and bright steel, spilling across a drifting, mist-wrapped archipelago. Its factories thunder, its engine sheds ring with hammers and hiss with steam. Locomotives chug into sidings for repairs or flare across the sky and away into the high wilderness. An opportunity to learn about trading. Let's do it. A porter at the station advises you to visit the nearby pub, the Promise of Days, good name for a pub, and talk to the seasoned captains there. They keep their ears to the ground. They'll know about an opportunity or two. Visit the Promise of Days is one of the options when exploring the city. Okay. Great. Visit the Promise of Days. Old pistons gleam on the walls. The shelves are crowded with mementos from across the sky. This bartender is the coolest person I've ever seen in my life. He's wearing a mask. He's a bartender. He's got a pet rat with an eye patch. That is fantastic. I wish I could hover over the eye patch without this stuff coming up, but you can see it. You may find helpful advice here. Okay, let's introduce myself to the seasoned captains. 4 are gathered at their usual table. The masked citizen, a libertine, polymath, and pioneer of the neo-nocturnal artistic school. The bedeviled didact, a scholar haunted by his discoveries. The plucky baroness, explorer, collector, philatelist. Does that mean she collects stamps? I think this means she collects stamps. And the spatchcocker Meg, who hunts monsters. Great. Okay, 4 people who are way more interesting than we are. Of course, everything out here is jolly dangerous, says the Baroness. Few risk the skies, so news of distant ports is valuable. Collect port reports from the places you visit and deliver them to Victory Hall or Company House. The more you turn in at once, the more they'll pay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Look for other opportunities on the way, advises the masked citizen. Passengers who want transport, rich men in need of bloody work, etc. Okay. How can I make my fortune through trade? Ah, the didact says, fiddling with his innumerable talismans. An essential topic. Meg slides you a stool, and the captains shuffle around to make room. The masked citizen buys you a drink of their own invention. It is violet and foggy. Okay. The plucky baroness gives you a brisk, encouraging grin. Ask away. Tell me about the markets. We're learning. You can sell practically anything at a big trade hub like New Winchester, the Baroness answers. If you want to buy, though, you'll need to travel to more distant ports. Each specializes in a particular export. Meg spits chewing tobacco onto the floor. No money in buying at market prices and selling at them, though. You want to look for bargains, or prospects of people offering better money. Buy cheap, sell dear. You can sell, not buy, any trade good at a major port. Lesser ports sell a single good. Okay. You can see what a port exports by selecting it on your chart. Got it. Tell me about the prospects. The masked citizen sips their drink. The biggest port in each region has a bazaar where captains do business. There you'll learn of people at other ports prepared to pay over the odds for a commodity. When you accept the commission for a prospect, it's yours. No other captain will pursue it. It's all fantastically civilized. Their smile is droll. You'll have to source the goods yourself, of course, says the bedeviled didact. Find a port that exports them. The client will want a certain amount. You can supply some or all of it, but if you provide all they need, they may furnish you with an additional reward. Okay, so prospects are little quests that we can do. Do you know of a good prospect available? The host at Magdalen's needs an urgent delivery of seeds, paying a pretty penny, too. If I were you, I'd get to the bazaar straight away, put my mark against it. Meg grunts. Broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. Chirpy chap. God knows why. Chirpy chap. Seeds. Bird stuff? His face looks like it's been pushed through a mangle. An opportunity. Port Avon lies to the west-northwest of New Winchester, and Magdalen's lies to the south-southwest of New Winchester. Okay. West-northwest, south-southwest. These are not meaningful terms to me, but north and west. He's secretly a bird masquerading as a human. That's what I'm thinking. He's a chirpy chap. He sells cheap seeds. Cheap is a bird noise. It's all too much to be a coincidence. Okay, Port Avon. Oh, and so Magdalen needs the... So we would go, I guess, northwest and then south from there-ish. Cool. Teach me about... Oh my goodness. Let's learn one more thing. Bargains. Look, we'll guess. How do I expand the prospects and bargains available to you? Meg laughs, a noise like a sneeze crossed with a ricochet. It ain't who you is, it's who you know, innit? Nepotism. She taps her broken nose. Quite, the masked citizen remarks. The wider your circles, the more the more advantageous the opportunities that will present themselves. A wise captain makes the most of them. As your captain increases in level, your affiliations increase. Academe, Bohemia, Establishment, and Villainy. I would love to be the villainous priest. They will unlock new, more rewarding bargains and prospects. Affiliations allow your next captain to inherit certain resources should the unthinkable happen. Right, and we're playing on the mode where if I die, I have to pass... I'm dead. I have to pass my command to somebody else. A new captain. Take me to the shops. I would like to go to... Victoria Market. To buy supplies. We have 3. And 2 fuel. I don't know... how much we will need. Let's buy 2 of each, which will cost me the majority of my funds. I guess worst case scenario will be over provisioned. Let's get out of here. Let's go sail around and see if we can find what we're looking for to the northwest. Let's go find that bird guy. So this is what most of this game is. I mean, if it's anything like Sunless Seas, we'll be chugging around as our little train, trying to not run out of fuel or supplies. I wish I could go to the market and be like, give me supplies, and my request is fulfilled. Just like a crate of general supplies. We're going to start a subscription service where we sell some supplies to people. I'll just be like, just sign up, we'll send you supplies every month. Don't worry about it. And you'll open it up and it'll be like... you know, bread rations and like a rope and a first aid kit. It'll be good. People are gonna love it. I can already tell. Oh, the game is chugging. Wispy condensation trails across the sky, the ghosts of passing trains. I mean, we are truly just going in a direction. But I think that's part of this. It's just exploring around. Although, we can send our scout out, right? Scout! He's our little bat friend. Apparently he found something. Ah, your scout has discovered something. Oh, and I missed... something here. Victoria Hall. Let's go check this out. We'll do an about face. My kingdom for a mini-map, honestly, is how I feel at this moment. We're going the right way. Good. We're gonna need, so yes, you'll see our fuel bar is gonna click down and then we'll consume a fuel and it'll fill back up. I believe. Are you a friend or foe? Friend or foe? Identify yourself. I will say friend. Going the right way? We are. The Alexander Yang claim. So what does the stoplight actually mean in the world? Is it a place that we can get off our boat? This is it? No. A distant clamor of engine yards, an accretion of smog on the windows. Oh, it is, totally. Yang Gang! Yang Gang claim! We're docking. The local headquarters of the Windward Company, London's proxy in the Reach. Deliver port reports here to receive rewards and win the company's favor. Okay, so if we go to lots of ports, and they want us to turn in stuff all together, right? That's the way to make the money. I don't have any reports to give. Take a look around. The offices are cramped. Typewriters ring, assistants scurry between desks, beleaguered managers struggle to make themselves heard over the hubbub. Eventually, a harried assistant makes you a cup of tea. I'm afraid everyone's busy today, but if you want to make yourself useful, we always need up-to-date reports on events beyond New Winchester. Bring them straight here, though, not to, he nods out the window towards Victory Hall, where the Colonial Assembly gathers. That lot. Queen and country and all that, eh? Okay, so we've got two different places we can turn these in. Alright, let's get out of here. Good to know. But we don't have anything to turn in right now, so bit of a, well, look, what's important is now we know this is here. And if anything is power, it's definitely knowledge. So, it's good. So in the... Yeah, I was gonna say, terror. In sunless seas, if we were going somewhere really dark, our terror would increase. I remember that. And can we run without our light on? Is that a thing? I sort of forget. Cruise, engage scout, light toggle, L. And that causes our terror to increase. Okay. So when we're somewhere that's really well lit, maybe we can turn off the light. The Hybrian winds have devoured countless attempts at settlement. This is a forsaken place. Let's not go to a forsaken place. Ah, it's fine. How forsaken could it be? How bad could it be? Yeah, this is a little bit what I imagined playing this game would be like. This is what I remember in Sunless Seas, is a lot of just like chugging along, going on long voyages. Are the crew members fucking babies? No, it's terrifying. I mean, it's total darkness. Oh, so in the other, in Sunless Seas, you're like underground. So it was total darkness when the light was off. Oh no, I work as a disposable ship scavenger. Lights off, scary. But you would imagine they're like in total black darkness. Sir? A marauder. Engage. Miss with all the missiles. Excellent work. Can we get him? Okay, don't let him line us up. Don't let him line us up. Please. You're getting lined up? Hup. It's not going great. We're gonna have to fix total darkness. Ah, so like your Minecraft world. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, giant spatula. I'm not sure. if I mentioned to you, but we just left I just turned on the realm for the Minecraft world. So you can just, like, it's up, even between streams. If that's of interest to you. Oh, nice. Yeah. Ramming speed. Okay, no ramming speed. This is not what we want. This is the opposite of what I want. Hup. Please. Oh my god. Easy. Line him up. Boom. Alright, let's look at this and see if we can fix the boat. We have 1,000 potatoes. I'm not farming anymore. Strictly a wheat farm now? Okay, sounds good. In our Minecraft world? Good, we're well supplied with potatoes. Let's board the defeated marauder. The crew of the marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns, but by knives and small arms fire. The only survivor is the captain, locked in the brig with a bottle of brandy. Chalk eyes stare back from every wall. When he ran out of chalk, he began scraping them in with his fingernails. Little remains of them, but bloodied stumps. Seen this before, Captain? Says a crew member, grasping your arm. Sky madness. Magdalene's can treat it if you can be bothered to take the poor sod. Oh, let's take him. We're going to Magdalene's. Bring the poor fellow on board. How many poison potatoes, though? That's not an exaggeration. We have 1,000. Excellent. The crew wrap the sky-maddened captain in blankets, then secure them tightly with belts. It takes 4 to transport him safely to your locomotive. He might not be happy restrained, but it should keep him from harm until you get him to Magdalene's. Magdalene's lies to the south-southwest of New Winchester. The captain secured, you have a moment to see whether there's anything of worth on his locomotive before abandoning it to the wilderness. We got the sky-maddened captain, we have a tale of terror, and now he's on board our locomotive. Let's loot the hold. Strip the engine for materials. Gain hull? Let's do it. Your mirror skill will slightly affect how much you're... Okay, yeah. Let's fix the boat a little bit. Or the train boat. Your crew go to work eagerly, vaulting into the bright, tools at the ready. Got it. The stripping of the marauder is slow and painful work. They are cobbled together of stolen parts, finding suitable fits for your own engine in a process of trial and error. Many of your crew will have lost friends, family, lovers to the marauders. It speeds the work. We gain 9 hull. Great. Get on! Now we'll boat around. An injury! Grim news. Your last battle resulted in a number of injuries among your crew. Your medical bay is crowded. The prognoses aren't good. I could tend to the wounded myself, which does not have a good success chance. I could plunder my supplies for medicine, whatever the patients need, or hope for the best, which has a better chance of success than me helping. Me doing nothing is gonna be a better idea than me helping out. So far, only me and Piotr are logging in the server. I think that Zeldararia sent me some screenshots. I think they were running around exploring maybe today. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. What's the worst that could happen? Good luck, crew. Hey, it worked. Doing nothing was the best strategy. Perhaps luck was on your side. Perhaps the crew's prayers were heard. Perhaps the gods are playing a long game. Whichever it is, you are informed that the injured crew will make gradual but full recoveries. The key was not trying to help. Let's take this lesson to heart as we continue to explore this game. How much supplies do we have? Send the bat. I want to see how much supplies it is. Okay. Just to get an idea. It's a little bit. Bat, did you find anything? No. Your scout returns from the wide sky. It has nothing to report. Oh, it's May 25th, by the way, 1905. So it's been 11 days that we've been at this. It's very spooky here. A-doop-a-doop-a-doo. I mean, does this seem like where a major city would be? North, northwest? We might be going too north and not enough west. Who are you? Identify yourself. Better to be consciously incompetent than unconsciously. Yeah, it's just good that we know. Yo, this battle's going good. Boom. We can get him. Not my best shot. Ow. Hup. We don't have super a good turning circle, which is fine. No! Seize this. I've learned from my experience. You can earn more experience by defeating enemies, discovering landmarks, and completing prospects and stories. Okay. Can I... Hull damage. Your hull is a little worse for wear. Try to repair it soon. You can do this for a small fee at New Winchester and certain other ports, or sometimes by salvaging from the wrecks of your opponents. Yes. You've earned enough experience to increase your captain's level. You can now choose a new past deed via the facet screen. God, I don't know if I've ever played... A facet screen is a new one. Okay, let's do this first, and then we'll level up. Maybe that's backwards. It's fine. We can loot the hold or strip the engine for materials. Let's do it. Boom. That was a good one. Yes, it speeds the work. It's the same as before. Onwards. Facets. 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 A priest. Facets to take 1. Take a facet. Okay, we're gonna learn more about Mingus. What did the winds of fate hold in store? Okay, so you lost your mind once. They put you in a splendid hotel managed by a cheery gentleman who would determine when you could leave. We can say... Oh, we choose which one of these things happened to us. I got it. Okay, so it's not like what... So this is if we lost our mind. This is if you doubted. You had good reason, but the bishop called it a crisis of faith. That would go with... Okay, buckled wreckage? Word overuse right there. It's buckled. A spell in prison. We could go to jail. Scarred. You came close that day to death. It left its mark. A scandal. You were the gossip of London salons and the target of blistering editorials in the Gazette. Mad, they said. Bad, they said. Dangerous to know. Let's do a scandal. Something scandalous. Go with the losing your faith. Okay, an hour in Gethsemane. That is the one that makes the most sense for our person. And there's an ore here, but I guess we're gonna find out which one we get. Oh no, we get to choose. When you found your way from the Twillet Valley, from its uncertain paths and its snaring briars, were you the same person who had entered it? Your faith was confirmed, you lost faith. Boom! The scales fell from your eyes. Doubt is not weakness, it is reason. And once you began asking questions, it was impossible to stop. Confirm. Condemned experiment, what does this do? We do not know. Well, we have one of them. So if anybody asks how many condemned experiments we have, everybody remember 1, current count. +1 condemned experiment. No? It's a secret what it does? Okay. Trying all the different clicks. It means your experiment was condemned. Oh, I see. Let me just look at my profile. Oh, I actually do have... No. These look a lot like it. My soul is curdled. So that's notable. Curdled experiment. Possessions. There it is. A condemned experiment. The process was unconscionable, but results are results. Acquire these at Warlbury Juxtamare in Albion. What? It is a literal thing. Okay, we've got the condemned experiment. It was condemned. Now we got pretty far off course. I think we should head south a little bit. Do we need gas? Kind of. We haven't really been making any money, though. We really should try to find another port if we possibly can. Bat, activate. Bat, activate. Bat says, here we go. Let's check out what this is. I think this is, I thought it was a ladder, but now I'm thinking it's railroad tracks. Because of the train in this game. So, feels like that would be what it is. Alright, and what are we buying here? I guess we'll see the exports, right? Is this it? Is this the station? Boom! And can I... Trader's Wood. This port sells supplies and bronze wood. This is not really what I want, but... we'll check out the Trader's Wood. You're approaching a newly discovered port. This has significantly reduced your terror. Your crew are always thankful to find another place of relative safety in the skies, however strange or full of devils or covered in mushrooms. Yo, let's get some mushrooms. Or bronze wood, I guess, is what they sell here. Trader's Wood is a sprawling, secluded forest on the edge of the Reach. Few venture beyond its gloomy gloomy boughs, and legend speaks of a king who sleeps under the barrow at the wood's heart. Let's go to the store first. To the bazaar. A boring of bronze wood. We cannot afford this. Do I have any money at all? I have 19 money. I doubt even that I can buy any supplies. And that is the case. Okay, stories. Let's go to, let's do a story here. I guess... expeditions into the woods deep? Let's go into the woods. What's the worst that could happen? Somerset College has, until recently, funded expeditions into the forest. You can sell your condemned experiment. Oh, good idea. Okay, yeah. Those who return speak of voices on the wind, of murmurs in uninhabited groves. You must first decide how many crew you wish to take with you on your expedition. Oh man, it's like Crying Sons. The more you take, the likelier your success, but at risk of losing them all. Then choose your destination. Let's prepare a small expedition. And, oh, it's happening. A handful of your most loyal crew, I think that's used up all our fuel though, so that was probably a huge mistake. Whoops. A handful of your most loyal crew volunteered to join you. They hoist packs and eye each other with grim satisfaction. So we've lost the crew, but now they're ready to explore. We've invested some supplies. So we can embark on an expedition for otherworldly artifacts or an expedition for bronze wood. We gotta look for otherworldly artifacts, right? Maybe we can find a condemned experiment. Rain mizzles over the trees ahead. You gather your crew and with a nod to those left behind, begin to make your way into the mist. You are on an expedition of otherworldly artifacts. Good. Thunder shakes the trees. Storm's nearing, a signaler says, drawing up her hood. Should we be out in this, Captain? We can brave the storm, for 68% chance. Or take shelter. No, brave the storm. Enter the ruin. We could enter the ruin, except that I need progress through the wood. Apparently. I've never heard anyone pronounce missiles with a hard S. The rain mizzles. The rain mizzles. The rain drizzles. Let's do it like this. Brapapow. Brave the storm. Brandy is passed about in little flasks, until you have to remind people not to get rotten drunk in the middle of a thunderstorm. Or, could be fun. Just in a thunderstorm, the going is quieter after that, but swifter. Eventually, the storm passes. Far and further into the wood you must go. Your terror has fallen. I don't know if this is worth... Okay. You emerge into a field of purple flowers, bright as new bruises. Captain, the stoker's voice is anxious. Can you hear them? Something whispers from beneath the petals. We can listen to the voices, or stopper your ears. Plug your ears somehow. Shut out the sound. Do it. You find your booziest stoker and demand she open her knapsack. Inside, as expected, a veritable cellar of wine. Her protests are stifled when she realizes you intend to drink the wine now. Better everyone's drunk than hearing the voices. Oh, I thought they were going to put the corks in their ears, but I guess that also works. Hold up. An hour or so later, you stagger through the field, holding each other upright. If the flowers whisper to you, you do not hear them. Alright, so we all got stinking drunk in the flowers, which prevented us from hearing anything. Long shadows move through the silver trees ahead. There's a mournful howl. Someone sounds hungry, a stoker tries to joke. A low growling comes from behind you. The beasts have your scent. We can draw the beasts out, or hide from the beasts. Let's draw them out. Whatever, let's just fight a random animal. Oh yeah! You exhort your crew to stand their ground. Grotesque beasts, mockery of earthly animals, emerge from the tree line. Their pelts are ragged and mangled with exposed inner organs. Their tusks curve cruelly. It is impossible to avoid thoughts of disembowelment. Each stares as if it is famished. You do not give an inch. You sound the first barrage, then the second and the third. The trees trap the smoke. Your crew coughs and chokes, but the beast's blood flows freely. The beast's howls are discordant. You stop your ears and bring them down, one by a miserable one. We have an uncanny specimen to go with our, whatever, creepy experiment. Condemned experiment. An uncanny specimen for your condemned experiment. Oh yeah! The tree line parts ahead. Enter the ruin. The stone is rough cut, almost hewn, as if it was worked more like wood than rock. Tunnels have been bored through it, permitting entry and exploration. Inside are cells, arranged as in a monastery, familiar to me maybe, but colossal in size. You wander vast, featureless hallways. Most are entirely empty. Occasionally you find what seems to have been storage of outlandish tools and tableware. You gather up the most obviously valuable items before departing. We got our crew back, we have 3 otherworldly artifacts, and now we're on the fringe of the wood. The forest rises behind the station where a few tents have been set up. What might be an owl calls from somewhere in the wood. In the far distance, a great stone barrow rises over the trees. The glade, an oasis of wildflowers and sweet meadow field in the midst of the brooding trees, is where the captains meet to do business and bring their ventures to the wood to conclusion. Approach the tents. We shouldn't recruit anybody, I don't think, because we don't have a lot of supplies, and we don't need more mouths to feed. Let's approach the tents. You move through the damp of the wood, the ground beneath your feet slick with fresh fallen rain. The figures round the campfire do not seem to have heard you, engrossed entirely in their argument. 3 figures draped in scholars' robes huddle around a campfire. They are arguing about kings. A banner in the colors of Somerset, London University's most respectable college, gleams in the firelight. As you approach, the discussion dies. One of the scholars, a woman with a fierce expression, stands up. Only scholars should be here. Are you one? No, I am not. Yes, I am. No, I am not. No, but I have friends. No, I do not. I am not. No. And away I go. The vituperative classicist compares your offering... Wait. Oh, I gave them a gift. I didn't realize that I should read the whole thing. It's no, you are not. Perhaps a gift would persuade them to let you enter the camp. And we did it by giving them our last supplies. So that was a mistake. Whoops. They compare your offering with the burnt toast and wan tea they have been suppering on. Well, all right, I suppose. This is a disaster. We have no food or gas, and no money. We have not been very prudent or judicious. The woman is a vituperative classicist. Her companion's a dismal paleographer, a forlorn young man, and a feckless theologian, a handsome youth with an easy smile. They explain that they are here to enter the regent's grave, where they believe a sleeping king lies buried. They do not agree as to the king's identity. Unfortunately, the college has cut our funding, the classicist explains. Speaks to us if you'd be interested in helping. How can I help? Or I can speak to these people. Let's speak to the classicist. The classicist's tent is practical and largely unornamented. The interior is damp from her various walking clothes, which have been scattered across the floor. Old playbills and gaudy costume jewelry hang from the tent ceiling like charms. Okay, she's a fan of the theater. The classicist is pacing the tent, reading Herodotus while smoking up a storm. Can I get a puff of that? Is that one of the options? No. I will ask the classicist about her theory. Why does she believe the ancient Sumerian deity Inanna is buried in a forgotten tomb in the high wilderness? I don't know that we knew all of that information, but that's fine. Isn't it obvious? She rolls her eyes. Fine. I'll tell you what I told the academic senate. The high wilderness is heaven. Not as the church conceives it, but as the Sumerians did. A place of stars and chaos and impossible powers. In proximity to and affecting our own world, but far, far removed. I think we're missing some context about where we are right now, or at least I am. She pauses for breath. Inanna, the queen of heaven, entered the underworld in search of her husband and was trapped for a time. That is the myth. This may be the truth. She waves her hand dismissively. Besides, we made some promising discoveries in the wood. I no longer care about this. Yep. I think these writers just like big words and academic references. I think you may be right, yes. How can I help? Your inquiry induces a rare spirit of cooperation in the scholars. The last expedition into the woods found a document written in the correspondence. What is the correspondence? Hopefully someone will tell us. It contained directions to a place called the Steward's Font, the theologian explains. Alas, that is all it needs to break their alliance. The paleographer begins to argue that the steward was a chief position in Charlemagne's household. The classicist makes a pointed reference to Inanna's husband. The theologian's smile is forced. If you could find the font, it would be an immense boon to my work. There are sputters of protestation. Our work. You can begin the expedition from Expeditions into the Deep Wood. Okay, great, fine. Perhaps not. Shops. Can I sell my goodies? No bargains available in 30 days. Okay, selling. All I can sell is supplies. Now, I don't want to throw around the word disaster, but we might have to start over. Yeah, okay, so our best bet... Yikes. Well, here's what we can do. We have no supplies, and no fuel, and no money, and nobody will buy anything from us. So what we have to do is, with our remaining fuel, try to go back to the big port and see if we can sell stuff there. It is this far. Can we get this far on 3/4 of a tank of gas? It is unknown. We could stop at Victory Hall first, or Company House, to sell our port report, but we probably shouldn't, because they said we get more money if there are a bunch of them, and also we really do need to beeline to New Winchester. Well, exports bronzewood. Let's find out if we can do it. Undock. Also, okay, we're just gonna go straight through. We're gonna take a right as soon as we can. We're gonna hug that top, or that bottom coastline. Okay. Just dropping in to say hi, but not here for long. Hey, what's going on? I'm not doing very good at this game. All of our people are about to starve, and then we're gonna run out of gas. I unwittingly traded away a lot of our important stuff. Does fuel go down faster if my light is on? I'm just trying to think of why I would turn off the light, ever. We said we would go right? So how is it so far? It's good. It's very similar to Sunless Seas, in that it's like a lot of reading. But the writing is good, and it's a cool setting. I feel like in this one I'm missing context on like why we're in the sky. So your Sunless Sea skills didn't help? Well, I played Sunless Seas years ago, and didn't play it all the way through. I played like maybe, I don't know, I played a bunch of hours of it, and then was one that I set down and just didn't come back to. So I guess not, no. But yeah, we were like choosing dialogue options that were trading away stuff, and I wasn't paying close enough attention. Shaking hands, stomach pains, delirium. As your crew starve, the accidents begin. A corpse has been found in the engine room. A ruptured pipe released a fatal jet of steam. The body's flesh is seared. The crew gather around. Someone's stomach rumbles. Well, maybe you'll find out why you're in this cosmic... Well, maybe you'll find out why. Part of the plot does deal with why you're in the sky and not Z. Okay, so maybe we're not supposed to know yet. I feel a little bit, I guess, unmoored, though. I feel like I need a little bit more detail to even understand what we're doing. But let's eat it. I can't eat it? Unlocked when desperation is frantic with hunger. Okay. What is Z? I thought you said you played Sunless Seas. The Z is the sea in Sunless Seas. We lost a crew, we got some terror, and everybody's a little bit desperate. Okay, and then we hug the top here. We just have to not have everybody die of starvation. Is the plan. Unmoored is a good word. You should suggest it to the writers. Oh yeah. I'd not say I've played Sunless Seas. Why do you think I said that? I guess because you recommended the game. Maybe I just thought you played it because you recommended this to me. Z is literally the underground sea. A Z captain sails the Z. I don't think that's unreasonable. You probably did. I'm sure you didn't say that you played it, but I don't think that's unreasonable that if somebody recommends a game, you would think that maybe they had played it. Starvation prowls your locomotive like a wolf in the woods. If you're not American, is it the Z? Oh yeah. Your crew are gaunt and hopeless. Some are so weak that they cannot move from their beds. Some moan, some rave, some pray. Let's endure or raid the stores. You have something edible on board. Okay, your supplies are long gone, but perhaps you can find something aboard to hold starvation at bay. Earlier you caught a stoker trying to boil his shoe leather. I saw a bit and heard of Sunless Sea and Skies, and I suggested that because it's the one I heard better of. Oh, okay. Cool. Fallen London is very British, and they still pronounce it Z. Ah, dang. We'll sail the Z. None of these options are appetizing. Most are perilous, but they're better than starving. So we can eat the uncanny specimen. Let's eat the uncanny specimen. We're not yet desperate enough to eat the condemned experiment. Hopefully a nugget of nutrition can be salvaged from them. We're eating it. You have more crew than specimens. Let's do it. Success! We ate the specimens. And Zeldararia says I will probably try Sunless Skies sometime. It's good. I don't know that it's a super good game to stream. I mean, that's part of why we're playing it on New Game Wednesday. Just because it is so much reading. But I remember getting really, really deeply into... you have more crew than specimens. What a sentence. Really deeply into Sunless Seas. That was a game where I would, like, sit down and then look up, and I'd been playing for 7 hours, and it was like the early, the wee hours of the morning. So I could see myself getting into this game that way too. Beneath the putrefied, spongy, inedible flesh are pungent organs. After boiling them mercilessly, you share them out in disciplined portions. Your crew, retching, force them down. Better this than starvation. This game feels very Piotr, deciding whether to eat the specimen or the condemned. Oh yeah. Look, everybody ate. My uncanny specimen quality is gone. That's fine. Where are we going next? Okay, we're going... We probably should just try to do this, right? There's a small chance that there's like a piece of land here that will absolutely ruin this for us. But I think we gotta just try going down. We're doing it. What a start. You gain desperation. Lamau. Listen, we need desperation, though, because we didn't have enough desperation before to resort to... Thank God, by the way. We didn't have enough desperation to resort to cannibalism previously. Maybe that option will be open to us now. What is this? What am I coming up on? Old stones and forgotten ruins lie tumbled across the sky. Is this something that might have supplies? A nameless monument deteriorates here, the wind whistling through its solemn stones. Oh, we need a saying to do this. What is your policy? Re-cannibalism? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Listen. Another unfortunate passing. Shaking hands, stomach pains. Well, we have the choice now, actually. Delirium. As your crew starve, the accidents begin. A nod to your cook. There'll be stew tonight. No one speaks at dinner. No one... But look, we didn't kill the person to eat them. They died, and then we ate them. A saying or assaying? There you go. It's not... Listen, it's not like we murdered this person in order to eat them. I mean, they died, and so, you know, we had to. It's for the best. Hey, Ham, what's up? We've lost one crew, but on the upside, we gained 15 terror from eating a person. Ham, we're playing Sunless Skies, and it's not going great. What a time to come into the stream. First cannibalism unlocked. We're almost there. We're gonna make it in terms of fuel, but there will be fewer of us than we had before. You know, it's extra funny in the context of, like, I just became captain of this ship, and, like, on our first voyage out, we're forced to resort to cannibalism. Just my extreme incompetence. It's, it works. It works with the story. Oh, I bet there's supplies there. We don't have time. We gotta go. We'll go check it out after. I'm still on the right route, right? Okay. Oh my word. Starvation is your passenger. Starvation is your passenger now. It stalks the corridors. It reaches out a pale finger and another crewmate wastes away. Listen, industrial society is fine. It's fine. What's your stock price though? Very good. Yeah, people are impressed by... Are you creating value for your shareholders? People are impressed by the way that the small amount of money that we spend on supplies. Our operating costs are super low, but our attrition rate is very high, unfortunately, amongst our staff. You become accustomed to the discovery of cold, sunken corpses. Shall we feast on the remains? Let's feast on the remains. The decision is made. You've lost 2 crew. Oh my gosh, we have no people left. We're gonna have to hire an all-new crew. And people are gonna be like, wow, why are there so many vacancies on your ship? Don't worry about it. Do you want the job or not? Don't worry about it. We're almost there. New Winchester. Let me just coast in. Please. I just want to coast in. So in terms of the crew, we ate like 3/4 of them, which is fine. We ate the specimen. Cannibalism is more worth it here. Yeah. A scrubbed clerk begs a moment of your time. No, I need to go to the shops first. At least we didn't eat the condemned thing. Indeed. So we can sell our cannon. We can sell the shivering gemmy, which is, I think, part of our boat. We will sell the cabins. No. What are all these things? The tears of... Oh, these are... No, sell. Do I have a bunch of... No, 0 of 0. Why am I... Oh, these are the things that they'll buy. I don't have anything that they want to buy, is what it's saying. I think? Except for these. Don't all the crew have, like, individual skills or something? We have not been introduced to that mechanic, but maybe. In terms of their, I can really only speak on their deliciousness relative to one another. So we could sell the engine or the gun, but that's literally the only thing we have that people here want to buy. Bit of an issue. Okay. What about this other store? Okay, depending on the store, they buy different things. Okay. We might not be totally boned, but probably we are. This is the engine yard. No, yeah, we're boned. No, yeah, we're boned. Oh, not like this. We're gonna have to go... There are generic crew, and then there are characters who are unique. Only the crew are edible. Okay, I see. Can I, like... Your bones! Yeah, can I sell my bones? Will anybody buy... my bones? Bit of a disaster. It's gotta be said. I guess we gotta... Well, I mean, what can we do? We have $19, or sovereigns, if you will. Wanted up to 5 barrels of unseasoned hours delivered to the ringmaster. Let's not do this. Oh wait, did I never claim seeds for Magdalene? Wow, we wouldn't have been able to do that. We gotta sell the gun, I guess. Open a food truck and sell crew meat. We might have to sell the gun. The other thing we could do... Well, how much is the gun actually even gonna sell for? Not having a gun is gonna be a little bit of a not great thing. But the gun will sell for $50. But it seems like I'm not allowed to sell it. Is it because it is affixed to the front of the ship? That would kind of make sense to me. Please. Selling. One gun. No? I've got a little train icon, so maybe that means it's too much on your train right now. Hold. Remove. Oh, maybe we could sell the bat. The Jerusalem. Don't jettison cargo. I really thought this was going to be the dismiss menu button. Please, for God's sake, do not jettison the only thing that we have to sell. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's sell the cannon. This is the awkward thing, though. This is not even going to buy us very much stuff. We could buy... This will buy 1 supplies, and we have a little teeny bit of gas. Truly a nightmare. So what we got to do is, with our teeny bit of gas and our supplies, we got to go raid that jetsam, or flotsam, possibly. You're boned! I am boned. Look, we're gonna go... There was stuff over here, so we gotta go... Oh, you know what we can do? We can sell our port report. Now that we have a little bit of food. That's what we're gonna do. We've only got 1 port report, but it'll have to do. A rumble in the cylinder. What began as a rattle grew to a rumble. I can't afford this right now. And now it roars and shakes in your locomotive cylinder like caged thunder. The steel radiates searing heat. We only have 2 dudes. I can't, please. A pressurized whistle climbs in shrillness. Steam jets from seams in the metal. The engineering crew back away nervously. Completely screwed. Jetsam is stuff that was deliberately thrown overboard? Oh, okay. Interesting. I never knew the difference. Let's clear the engine room. Okay, well, that really hurt our ship. A narrow escape. No sooner are you all out of the engine room than a deafening blast rips through it. Scouring steam fogs its glass hatch, preventing you from seeing the extent of the damage. And flotsam is accidental. Okay. I guess it's flotsam then. It looks like... Or flotsam then. It looks like somebody... It looks like the ship, broke. But first we're going to try selling our port report and see how much we can get for it. And are we just going to go to the closest one? You better believe we are. And we got a little XP for that. Not bad. We'll take it. Jetsam and flotsam are both eels that belong to Ursula. Ah, I remember that reference, actually. Victory Hall. What do you sell at the store? Nothing. Okay, good. The nothing store. Chat with... No, you don't want this? You need a reach port reports. I have... Okay, let's chat with the Endurate veteran. Her skin is brown and her hair is beginning to gray. She wears a heavy, unbuttoned cloak. Also, she has huge scars on her face. No? Okay, we're getting to it. Meadows gleam in the shadows behind its lapels. One half of her face is scarred from frostbite. She is enjoying a quiet cigarillo with while her peers argue in the chamber of assembly. You talk for a while about life in the skies. When her cigarillo is just a stub, she says, "I'd be grateful to hear reports of your travels, comrade. I suspect all manner of strife and imprudence is going to kick off in the foreseeable. Oh, in the foreseeable. I mean to be ready for it." Yeah. You don't... I mean, I have... No? In the Reach, do I not... Pretty cold sky. Listen, we have this warm stew, lady. Yeah. Have a bite. Where... Didn't I... No? The... report? I'm... From that other place we went? No? Seemingly no. Why? Why no? Okay, just kidding. Really? You need a Reachport reports. Well, I guess I don't have that. Even though... Okay, never mind. I'm confused, but that's fine. And away we go. Undock, please. Alright, back to the original plan. Look for the flotsam that's over here. Without hopefully running out of gas. Otherwise, we're gonna have to start putting the crew in the engine. It was up here, right? Not like this. Not like this! Hey, we got to Long Knuckle Pass though, so that's good. Like the Matrix! Yeah! Well, now we're truly boned. Now it is without a doubt the case. We have no gun, no gas. It just goes to show, this game doesn't put on the kid gloves just because you're new. I guess we gotta try going to the other port and see if they'll buy the port report that we don't have. I guess probably we should have tried to do some events at the main city. I think what's gonna happen here is we're gonna be dead. I think what's gonna happen here is we're gonna start over, but let's find out. Glide. Coast. Adrift. The last of your fuel is gone. The fires of your engine dim and die. Your funnel coughs its last. Already the cold of the high wilderness is crawling frosty fingers across your windows. Your remaining hopes are all desperate. Anzelderaria says, I haven't seen the Matrix, but are you telling me they put people in the engine in the Matrix? The big twist is that is what's maintaining the simulation? I guess approximately, yeah. Roughly. It's not, I mean, it's not much of a... Yeah, I guess, I don't know if that I would call that the big twist, but yes, it is an aspect. Yes, that is the Matrix, yeah. Signal for help. Partial success. Could be worse. Your signaler deploys every trick they know. Flares burning briefly bright, flags flickering in the celestial winds, an SOS played shrilly on the whistle. Frantic Morse code stuttered into the night from your headlights. Will anyone respond in time? And flying trains in the Matrix. There could be one. I don't believe that there is, though. A scrappy, tackety trader glides to a halt a judicious distance away. They are prepared to help, for a price. Let's implore them to help. Please, please, we're so bad at this. You have to help us. They are unconvinced by your plea and pull away, abandoning you to the winds and the encroaching deadly cold. The temperature drops further. Some of your crew succumb. Is there time left for one last desperate plan? You've lost one crew. New total, 1. Hi! Hey, Hippo Fluff, what's up? We're playing Sunless Skies, except I think we're about to die here. Add emote, you add Jirth. Add it. We actually can do custom emotes now that I have now that I'm an affiliate, but I haven't added any yet. But I need to. Signal for help again, please. Please. Please, we are good people. You must save us. We can give you stew in this condemned experiment. Yes. Your signal area, blah, blah, blah. The skies are silent. No one comes. The cold grows even worse. This music sounds a bit like Bastion, TBH. Oh, I haven't been paying close enough attention. This is your last chance. Okay, signal for help, please. The end. Your engine is locked in a coffin of ice. The crew wears sky suits at all hours, desperately eking out their final stumbling moments. It is too late now. Oh, we only have one option, and it's freeze to death. Yeah, okay, freeze to death. Let's do it. Endgame. Ripperoonie. The one crew is wearing all of the flight suits. Yeah. There are 1,000 deaths in the sky. This one is cold and slow. For a long time, pain ravaged you, but it is gone now. Your flesh feels like a glove. Cool. Heavy, flopping, numb. I don't know that I would use any of those words, maybe flopping, to describe a glove, but that's fine. Your thoughts die one by one. Hate to put on a pair of numb gloves. Not all is lost. They managed to reclaim Orpheon. Oh, good. The ship... okay, the ship was okay. Everybody else died, though. The bank, after funeral expenses, passed on what was left from their estate. You inherited a copy of the predecessor's chart, though it lacks the details of their final voyage. You will begin your career with the benefit of some of your predecessor's experience. So this is kind of the roguelike-ish aspect of this game. Just that if you die, you get to start over with some of what you had before. Brutal death. Just a slow death, really, right? I mean, we died like half an hour ago. And because we kept trying to save it, it just took, that much time for us to actually get to the game over screen. You fill in some of your chart. Okay, well, I inherited 14 sovereigns. You get 14 money to help you in your journey. Okay, we gotta be a new person. Randomize all? Let's randomize all, because we've only got another 30 minutes, and this game moves pretty slowly. So let's just do, this new person's gonna be a random, and we'll try to get into the sailing and stuff as quick as we can. So we were a street urchin. Our affiliation was the regiment, which, I don't know what it is. And our ambition is to become famous. Our name is Murphy. You know what? Yes, Murphy it is. Who looks very related to Mingus. Listen, it was all or nothing on that grind set. A new lineage. Oh, and we get to level up too. So let's take a facet. Please, get this Chieve out of here. Oh, you can't see the Chieve when we capture this way. Okay, so what happened to our urchin? Was there a scandal? An interlude in red and gold? A spell in prison is the one I'm thinking. An unlikely haul? Or scarred? Let's say we spent a spell... Although an unlikely haul could let us get another condemned experiment. No, let's do a spell in prison. And... You ruled your corridor like a robber king. Even the guards knew better than to push you. Your punishments were less than you deserved. Alright, we went to prison and we were a total baddie the whole time. Great. Exit. I would like to... Your hold is almost full. You say that, but it's half full. That's a different definition than I have for almost, but whatever. Now, here's some questions. Does the boat have a gun? The boat has a gun. Great. And we have some fuel. Okay, we should have just died faster. This is great. Let's go look for an opportunity. Do I still have my same quests? It would seem that I do not. Okay, that's fine. Please. I hate all these menus. The Fastidious Inspector. Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes through the crowds towards you. She is short and square-shouldered in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket watch. It is embossed with the crown and hourglass of London's horological office, the study of clocks. The body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. I'm hoping to book a passage to Port Prosper, she says, slipping the watch away. I can, of course, pay. Pay sounds promising. Thank you. The locomotive I was on broke down. Anyway, gotta go. Bye. All right. I'll see you later. The locomotive I was on broke down following a boiler rupture. The chief engineer's fault, I suspect. A gentleman fonder of brandy than of diligence. Here, an initial sum to seal our bargain. We should have looked more in the city last time. I mean, we probably wouldn't have been able to save it, but we had no crew. We had no money. But maybe we could have gotten a little bit. Prosper lies to the west-southwest of New Winchester. Let's look for Prosper. Let's do this. And we've got the Fastidious Inspector. And let's also talk to a scrubbed clerk. Begs a moment of your time. I represent Halliges, the banking house. I promise this will only take a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. He produces a folded contract with a flourish. We hear promising things about you, sister. Very promising indeed. We would like to extend our services. We provide a secure solution for the storage of your assets, absolute discretion and steadfastness unto death and beyond. We require only a signature. Sounds sketchy. I feel like I'm signing up for like a predatory bank account. They're going to charge me overdraft fees all the time. This offer is entirely complimentary, I assure you. At Halliges, we measure ourselves by the quality of our clientele. Sure. We're getting a safe deposit box. I am certain that this represents the beginning of a long and warm relationship between ourselves and your lineage. May it endure. I bid you good day, sister. Okay, so we have a bank account now, crucially. And we have this box also. Where does the box want to go? Journal. The box. London. Okay, great. Let's go west-southwest. And let's just test the gun. Oh, it's a shotgun. Okay, good to know. Careful now. It was a near miss. It's fine. Please. Scamp's Narrow. Is this a bridge? Can I go under this? Yes, okay. I wasn't 100% sure if we were going to crash into that. Do you get to keep the map each death? That's a good question. Yes, it looks like I do. Okay, so that at least is good. Is the map randomly generated? I'm sure it'll tell me right on the Steam page, right? Let me see. The map, it says the Steam page, is so randomly generated, is it? This is not a sequel. Your locomotive. Unclear. The world. This is features. Unclear. The map is semi-randomized each time you die. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you. Sorry, I was not finding that information as quickly as I thought I would be able to. Let's fight this dude. Well. Was there no dude? Are you a bad dude? Oh no, he's a good guy. Basically, the middle of the map will probably stay the same. I see. Okay. Interesting. Please. This is not west-southwest. Okay, we're going back up here. We want to go to the west. It would be awesome to complete one quest. To do one quest today would be a pretty dope thing. Let's see if we can make it happen. Oh, is this your new mic? It is. How does it sound? Is it okay? This is the first time we're using it. It sounds good. It has a nice depth. Ah. Bullets. Bullets for you. Boom. What an idiot. Oh, we juked him. This is bad. Don't show him our whole side there. I find it slightly unsatisfying that your face is not inside the captain's profile on the bottom right. I see what you mean. Oh yes, I'm with Noodles on this. Yeah, let's fix that. That's urgent. I was gonna say let's cream this loser first, but you're totally right. It'll just take a moment of my time. I'll just... Which way is he facing? Okay, perfect. Oh, it's gonna need actually a little bit more... Hold up. This is the content that we want. Crop left, go to 250. Let's crop it nice and tight. Can I be even smaller? It's gonna look weird if I'm facing the wrong way, right? Let's do it like this. Not like this. Sorry. Just a moment. Let me just... As quick as I possibly can, I'm gonna also comb my hair the other direction while we do this. Ready? 3, 2, 1, boom! Alright, let's get into it. Let's take this guy down. Oh yeah! Oh, you know what? I'm a little bit to the... I'm not quite where I need to be, right? This guy, speaking of people who aren't where they need to be, just got completely owned. I'm gonna feel like Warcraft characters... it's gonna feel like Warcraft characters that have dynamic faces while you command them. Ah, yes. I don't know. I only know Warcraft 2 people. What they say. Be like, we need more wood. Ready to serve. Okay, you prepared to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. Let's explore the captain's cabin. Yeah, we've got a good chance of success here. Success! The cabin door did not survive the Oh, the RTS ones, I mean. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It's like Warcraft 2. No, get money! Oh, we should have got moneyed. Instead, we got salon-stewed gossip. The cabin door did not survive the onset of your guns, nor did the captain. You have to tread carefully. The carpet will not be saved. Too bad, we didn't get the carpet. A few scorched documents sit on the bronzewood desk. They make for interesting reading. Apparently, London had need of a few brave captains willing to bring fire to the Tacites. They would not have expected the signatory of the orders. You would not have expected. I wouldn't have expected it. Game, I don't know about this setting. I wouldn't have expected anything. Anyway, we got the gossip. We got the goss, crucially. We rubbed up against the coastline for good luck. Love to see it. Oh yeah, I forgot that we can juke. Oh, we should be juking all the time. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, we got it. The Galaxy Quest. Oh yeah. The scraping up against the thing for good luck. Oh yeah. Man, so I mentioned that I watched Galaxy Quest sort of recently, but the thing that I didn't mention about it is that I was like trying to fall asleep, and I was like, I'll just put on a movie that I can fall asleep to, and I was like, I'll put on Galaxy Quest because it can't be that good, right? And I've seen it a long time ago, so it's kind of familiar. And so I put on Galaxy Quest to try to fall asleep, and I didn't fall asleep. I watched the whole thing because it's actually it's a good movie. Noodle says, didn't know you could read Russian. Your hidden Spetsnaz pass is revealing itself. I can't read Russian. I took a little guess on that one. The Fastidious Inspector approaches you in the galley. Captain, good day. I noticed your ship's clock has stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it. She has a little case of tools and a hopeful expression. Permit it. She gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon, she has the back off the clock and has spread tiny cogs across the galley table. Obscure horological tools gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. Okay. The Fastidious Inspector has a round face, brown eyes, and short dark hair. She gives the impression of being perpetually busy. Compliment her skills. Unlocked when you have the Fastidious Inspector. Thank you, she says, a small, embarrassed silence. It's possible the inspector is pleased. It's rather hard to tell. Inquire about your work. What's it like being a clock person? She sniffs. It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the Empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. How is an empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. Okay, yeah, so we heard somebody talking about, like, time as a commodity earlier, too. But I thought maybe I had misunderstood it. But now I see maybe that no, it actually was. Like a box of hours or whatever. Ask about the hours trade. Oh, hours have more uses than that. Oh, I don't know what I said. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds, to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. It does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wool on the loom. Time dilation, etc. Exactly. More difficult, but more vital. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of ours, and now even more have been found in the Reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years myself, to prolong the better part of my retirement. Okay, tell me about the Reach, which is where we are. It has an uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion and the steady light of the clockwork sun. These sunless reaches, sunless, it's the name of the game, are so misty and quiet. She pauses. But critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours. Okay, so this is like English colonialism. And enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London, even if some of it is of dubious shape. I like the setting. The setting is really good. Yeah, and it's cool. Their Twitter is good too. They do like little snippets from their from Fallen London and some of their other pros, I guess, from their games. Tell me about suns. We ward. What happened to the Reach's sun? And London has a man-made sun. How did Her Majesty defeat the old one? We warred and we won. It's not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. The suns made the law, they say. Now Her Majesty makes it. As for the Reach's sun, she looks through the window at the lightless, stirring mists. I don't know. Do suns grow old? Do they die of natural causes? I think that would probably be better than the alternative, wouldn't it? I don't know. How's London? We have this box we need to bring there. London sits in her coat of smog. Courtiers squabble at the foot of the throne of ours, hoping to receive endowments of years. Meanwhile, hard-working civil servants labor to ensure everything runs as it should. Was there a touch of archness there? All as normal. I miss her, though. There is no city like London in all the skies, and Albion is very different from the Reach. Much more civilized. Yes, suns die of natural causes. Murdered! Tell me about the Winchester War. And then we gotta get moving here. There are those who feel that London is a long way away, and that they do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them tackities. Ah, for the hobnail boots that are so practical out here. London, unsurprisingly, disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interests in the region. Sometimes very earnestly indeed. The tackities call London loyalists stovepipes. For our hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain? Where do your sympathies lie? Why, with London, my dear. Glad to hear it, she says. Hey, just telling her what she wants to hear. See you later. And to you, Captain. I think I shall make a cup of tea. Yeah, the game definitely expected you to do all the stuff in town before setting out and eating your own crew. I could see that. I think this may not be a great game to play on stream for that reason, that it's like There's a lot of reading and then a lot of sailing around, just kind of looking for stuff. Whoa, there's lips over here, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Start cannibalizing early when everyone is still plump and juicy. That is a genuine life hack, yeah. A homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. The homestead is plated in a patchwork of corrugated iron. As you land, the barrel of a rifle pokes out from a boarded window and fires, kicking up a spray of grass at your feet. How unfriendly! Shall we return fire? It's not really necessary. We could just leave. Yeah, let's... Listen, they want to be weird out here. Have a good weird time. I'm not against that. We know this is here now. I'm not looking for a fight. We have 10 dudes. This is, like, unprecedented. Usually all our dudes are eaten by now, so... Yeah. Let's not rock the boat. Or train, as the case may be. You? Identify yourself. You're fine. Probably. Okay, so this is an American colonist scout, a Tackety scout. Tacketies and the stovepipes, we remember. Wonders. You've found and benefited from a wonder, one of the most pleasant and least menacing landmarks of the high wilderness. Wonders immediately lower terror when you draw near them, as long as you haven't visited too recently. Sometimes it's worth taking a detour to include them in your routes. Okay, cool. There's a wonder here. Let's send out our bat. Bat, let me know if you find anything useful. Bat says, there's something down there. Okay, we'll go look it down there. Something mysterious. Should be coming up on it on our right here shortly. Ah, a broken ship. Anything with even a remote hint of steampunk will have London somewhere in it. You gotta. The wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark. Its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. Let's enter through the yawning tear in the hull. Partial success. You lead the boarding party into the groaning hull. You'll need to be quick. It sounds like it could tear itself apart at any moment. Insulated in your sky suit, lamp held high, you lead them towards the galley, the magazine, the captain's quarters, the crew quarters, or the engine room. Let's try to get money, right? So the crew quarters, you might be able to sell them to pawnbrokers. Yeah. Rings and cufflinks, watches and watch chains, snuff boxes and cigar cutters. Sold as a lot, they'll fetch some sovereigns at port. No sooner are you back aboard than the wreck breaks apart, spilling its remaining contents into the sky. It's only then that a head count reveals you're one short. No! But we got $61, or sovereigns, so that's good. Hello? You have tentacles coming out of your train? And you're trying to kill me. You know what? Let's leave the Cthulhu train alone, I feel like. Let sleeping Cthulhu trains lie, I always say. No! A bit spooky, gotta be said. Go Bat! Oh, there's some diamonds here and something else over here. Oh, nice. Let's get these things. case there's supplies. Seems like we fixed the boat a little bit. Is this? Mine requires mining. Okay, we don't have that. Let's go to the bloody handprint. Oh, it's gonna be Wilson. Let's go see Wilson. Such a contemporary reference. So topical. Horrors. You found a horror, one of the more disturbing landmarks in the high wilderness. Don't linger, your terror will increase more quickly than usual as long as you remain in it. Also, there's this weird fish that I hate now. Oh, everybody's trying to kill us here. Good. Not like this. Get ready to juke. Juking, activate. Alright, there's more. This is not super a great situation. Interact. The War of Fossils. Why not? While we're getting completely owned. We'll just stop and read some stuff. When settlers arrived in the Reach, miners flocked to this frozen rock, lured by the promise of hours stored in its core. An eruption of cantankerite has left it in the current mangled state. A makeshift graveyard stands at the lip of the rock, a memorial and a warning. Pay respects, light the lantern. Boom. Let's see if we succeed in paying our respects. Everybody press F at the same time. No! You didn't press F! Once every grave had a lantern. Now most are lost or stolen. Your crew searched through drifts of muddy sleet and beneath mangled mining wreckage to replace what they can. F. Oh, I should have waited. I forgot there's a delay. That was my bad. In the dim light, your stokers struggle with the tinder and oil. The cold is fierce and chills the fingers to the bone. Eventually, matches strike and a thin string of light washes over the graves. But you've lingered too long. The ground begins to quake. The cantankerite stir. It is spooky to be here. Is a cantankerous a zombie? Groaning cantankerite pour from the fissures of the rock. Stunted, half-blinded, and irritable from their long sleep, they thrash across the surface, crushing graves and battering the rusting equipment to fragments. Stand firm! We're gonna get owned here. Victory at a cost. You give 'em hell. The air sizzles with the stink of burning cantankerite flesh, and you slip in the pools of churned up mud and cantankerite effluvia. New word for me. Eventually, the last of the cantankerite slips back into the earth. The cheers are few. There will be more bodies for the graveyard. We lost 3 crew. Man! Oh, and I'm under attack still. Good. And there's like 4 different people here to murder me. I think we have perhaps traipsed into Murder Town. A rupture! We also hit the boat too hard. God damn it. With a groan like a dying whale, your locomotive's hull buckles. And what an appropriate place to end this. With the hull buckling. Your hull has fallen to 0. Your captain is dead. Let's die. Guess I'll die. Perfect. End game. The cold takes you. Actually, timing is kind of perfect. Not all is lost. You managed to receive Iphigenia. Spatchcock reclaimed locomotive. Okay. Sunless skies. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, I think that I'll stick with what I said before, which is this does look like a really interesting game. It's probably not one we'll stream again, just because it's not like super streamable. But I do like it a lot. The writing is obviously really cool. The setting is really cool. It's a little brutal, though, especially if you don't know what you're doing, which is why we died twice. In 2 different ways. What a good time. Tell you what, let's go to the calendar real quick, just to wrap up. I'll meet you on the other side of the screen. Ready? Let's see you over there. Okay, I gotta fix that on all of these things. It's coming through now. Thank you for giving me the heads up. What I was saying was, yay, we did it. We'll be back tomorrow with Outer Wilds. We've been playing that for a few weeks now. We'll be picking that up from 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. So again, we'll be back from 8 to 10 tomorrow with some more Outer Wilds, picking up where we left off. If you watched any of this stream live tonight, thanks so much for watching live. Thanks for being in chat as we just sailed the seas with total incompetence, resulting in cannibalism and broken ships. If you watch this as a recording or on YouTube, thank you so much for watching that way too. And until next time, I will see you later.